Despite winning several titles over the past 2 years, Filipe Luís was ultimately dismissed from Flamengo, generating considerable controversy given the quality of work he had already demonstrated. In today's video, we will analyze some of the key tactical principles of his Flamengo side, while also considering the possibility of a return to Europe as a head coach. In possession, Flamengo starts from a 4-2-3-1 formation, organizing the first phase of build-up through a 2+4 positional structure. Here we can observe the two center-backs forming the first line, while both fullbacks and the double pivot position themselves behind the opponent's first pressing line, providing progression options for the center-backs and the goalkeeper. This positioning of the midfielders can also serve to attract players from the opposition midfield line, creating exploitable space between the opposition's midfield and defensive lines. As we can see here, Flamengo looks to occupy these central zones with 4 players, the 2 inverted wingers, the attacking midfielder, and the striker, forming what can be described as an attacking box inside the opponent's block. With several players positioned inside the defensive structure, the fullbacks become the primary width references, projecting forward to receive the ball already behind the opponent's second line. Inside the block, we can observe how this attacking box allows Flamengo to generate vertical overloads between the attacking players. Here, for example, the most advanced player fixes the opposition center back, while the winger positions himself as the free player between the lines, ready to receive and continue the attacking sequence. In this clip, we can see Flamengo exploiting numerical superiority in the first phase of build-up. When the opposition striker presses the center back, Flamengo immediately uses the goalkeeper to switch the ball to the far center back, finding the free player to progress the attack. As the opposing winger steps up to press the center back, the fullback adjusts his positioning to provide width, always ready to receive behind the opponent's second line to accelerate the build-up. In the central corridor, the attacking box is again clearly visible, and the complementary movements of the 4 players manipulate the defensive block and create acceleration spaces. The player closest to the ball moves from inside to outside, dragging the defender, while another attacking player moves diagonally to provide frontal support and immediately connect with the third man, who makes a breaking run to receive the ball behind the defensive line. As the ball enters the final third, Flamengo immediately looks for 2 versus 1 situations in the wide corridor, while in finishing zones they generate a second 2 versus 1, often targeting the far post, with multiple players occupying central channels to exploit space. Now, with Flamengo in Zone 2, we can see the team adopting a different structure, 3+1+6 or 3+1+4+2. One central midfielder drops between the center backs to form the first line of build-up, while the other remains in the second line, providing security and progression options. The attacking box is maintained in the advanced line, with the fullbacks as the primary width references. Flamengo moves the ball to attract opposition pressure, creating a free player behind the pressing line. A pass in and out activates the opponent's press, and we immediately see the midfield dynamics. The central midfielder approaches as a support option, while the attacking midfielder drops diagonally, forming a 2v1 with the opposition midfielder, allowing the team to find the free player. With the central midfielder now facing the opposition midfield line, the attacking midfielders occupy the half spaces, while the forwards provide frontal support, connecting with teammates facing the play and ready to accelerate the build-up. In the final third, the fullbacks project forward, creating width and depth beyond the opponent's block, while multiple players occupy central channels to attack finishing zones. And that concludes the video. Now, it remains to be seen which club Filipe Luís will join next and whether he will return to Europe as a head coach. Which club do you think would be a good fit for him? If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to check out my tactical analysis platform, link in the description. See you in the next video.